Good morning, Dr. Mohammed. Well, before we start anything, Dr. Mohammed, I was asking Farid to give me the idea, but he was like moving here and there. Is it budgeting?
You know, I told her idea for Eid al-Fitr, not for
idea.
Eid
It's coming twice a year, you know, Ramadan and Eid al-Adha.
See, in Eid al-Adha he
yeah,
says
but
it.
you know,
well, it's coming twice. Yeah, most of the families struggled. You know, you find. Did you see the line for getting idea in the malls? Sometimes they line up to get the cash money from the machines.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's not the money itself. It's the worry. It's the concerns from the family. When or how much would I give?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not used to be as before in our like the 60s, 70s used to be a normal practice, but now it's more than normal practice.
No, that's true. That's true. How much you have to pay? 10, 20?
Yeah.
So imagine you pay 10. You know, it's like, you know what?
Child,
quarter of your salary will be gone by the wind.
Kids' expenditure is different than what we spend those days. I mean, we know what to spend those money, but now the kids mostly go for digital entertainment, mostly. If it's, I mean, either in your house, home, or in the mall. Usually go there now. The type of expenditure for that idea is making a big shift for your expenditures, actually.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, so like as you know, as your habit, you know, you always give advices, you know, or for the Kuwaiti family how to live their life, you know, financially, how to save money on the side, how to budget your life, you know. Okay, we know our financial. Mr. Jimas, strong, thank goodness, you know, financially as a state of Kuwait. And I know there is a lot of crisis in Europe, North America taking place, you know, and we are not really affected, but, you know, somehow there are some minimal effects. But during this, for example, you know, the pandemic came.
Yeah.
So how would you approach, for example, in the pandemic, and then let's drive our way after the pandemic?
During the pandemic 2020, I had a big issue of financial recovery for so many people.
Okay.
In a personal level, or a small business level, or even
struggle.
Sometimes family level. It's very hard. Sometimes it's more the emotional things, and the worriness is making you to misbehave in what we have.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you need what we call, the last meeting I did, design thinking. That's what I did for the
design thinking.
Design thinking.
Wow, that's a good word. Yeah,
it's a mind shift for how to think, how to allocate your money, or how to budget yourself. It's a mixture of emotional thinking and real activity reflecting on the money itself. First of all, we need to respect our money.
Absolutely.
We need to respect our money. We
This
should
is a
not
good
fear
word,
it.
yes.
We should not misbehave on our spending. The expenditure, as much we are wisely spending the money, we are doing a great job for ourselves, for our kids. In 2020, the recovery plan was very hard because most of the people, they were afraid. You know, we have like we have like an indication or parameter called fear and greedy.
Fear
and greedy.
And greedy. Okay.
Sometimes I would look to your indicator. I say, where are you now? Are you afraid, or you're looking for
greedy.
more money? That's what you call it. It's just indicator.
Okay, nice.
Sometimes when you're afraid, then you would not spend the money.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
true.
That's what we call it in the global description. It's recession.
Okay.
But greedy, that's mean we are going mostly to the inflation.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's never stop. It's never been in the middle. It's always up and down in a daily basis.
So it's like a barometer going here and there.
Yeah. We use, you know, as long as you have an indicator, you are fine because you know where you are. So the recovery plan was very hard Nobody knows when we are going to finish from the pandemic.
Exactly.
How far we are impacted.
Small businesses fail.
There was no indication. Yeah, everything. The big sign: stay home.
Stay home.
Stay
exactly.
home. Don't do nothing. I mean, don't go to the mall. Don't go to the market. Don't do a shopping. Don't spend nothing. Just wear your
Keep
mask.
Your money.
Stay home. Keep your tablets, medicines, everything. Take your.
So it's like a big halt, big stop.
Yes. So we changed. We forced to change our mind shift from normal life to new normal, which is focusing more on our health activity and health expenditures. Most of our spending went to the health side.
Okay.
And on the country level,
Yes.
We had the new health parameters, new health regulations, and new. That's also changed our mental.
Well, now we've thank God, we moved on.
Absolutely.
And we are open.
Yes,
everything is open, and I
Yeah.
think the recovery for a family from that. So. Getting back to idea, Dr. Ajim, I'm not going away from that because, you have to insist on what you want. So getting back to idea, I know that family budgeting, that is a big responsibility. A lot of families really don't want to do that budget thing because it is in their set of minds complicated, difficult. It needs schedules, it needs analysis. But there is another simple way, isn't it?
Yes, of course. Not all of us accountant. I mean, most of us hate numbers, counting numbers. Sometimes when you spend the money, like when you put your debit card on debit machine, you get a message.
Yes.
There is amount of money, amount of dinars being subtracted from your bank account.
Yeah.
That number most of the time means nothing to you.
Exactly. This is like you said, the digital games with the children.
Nothing. But it means something for the bank, because the bank monitoring your account. As long as the message coming in the same manner, with the same color, in the same way, you will not feel it. But imagine that message would come green, then yellow, then orange, then red.
Oh.
Okay, that would be alerting, really.
That would be alerting. Yes. This is sometimes, if you don't feel the numbers, you need to change your way. You need to have your color alerting or color coding. Sometimes you need voice, like beeping or notifications. That's what everybody's doing for education.
A bell ringing, like.
So as long as we are doing the same thing, look into the numbers, look into the text messages, in the same way, we will not feel where we are going with our budget. Believe me,
that's harsh.
It's a behavior thing.
So this is for the non-essential expenditure you're talking about.
Look,
not the
there
essential
is
one.
nothing called essential or non-essential as fixed parameters, but there is a fixed expenditures and there is a variable expenditures. Sometimes the fixed, let's say,
the fixed
is
rent,
loans, those
let's say
numbers.
car budgets and all that. Yeah.
So what's the family budgeting analysis? It's the understanding, the understanding of what's incoming and what's outgoing within a certain period of time. Right, let's say a month or a year. Let's go for a month. You're getting an income like for 1,000 KD, for example. That's an income, and you're spending 2,000.
That's enough. There is a minus in the way.
That's totally
within
bad.
a month. That's too much. Where did you get those 1,000 extra? That's the issue. That's where I'm concerned, because as long as you are spending more than what you are getting, so you're doing a certain behavior. You are faking yourself. You're putting yourself in a certain mindset that you are able to spend 2,000 while you are getting 1,000.
But
it's
this is
not the money
true.
itself. It's the type of practice which you are working on your budget. There, where's your sabotaging your budgeting process?
Okay, so this is how we sabotage it.
Yes.
And we were talking a little bit about behavior and about children as well. And we can see on the screen that the the photos of the children in the past, those plays, those games, it used to be simple life. And we know that this is going out here and there, buying, but nobody is looking at the budget, because these things are really being paid by, let's say, a dinar in hand.
They don't understand what we're discussing. So how
Usually they
to
don't
manipulate
understand. we usually we don't blame the kids.
Yeah.
We blame the parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way you behave with the money, the kids automatically will behave the same.
Okay.
For example, you can rent a bicycle or any entertainment
Yeah.
for a 5 KD an hour.
Yeah.
In the same time, in this year, in this period, you can rent a bicycle for 1 KD in Salmiya, for example. But the difference is the parent, they did not search enough. They did not look for other alternatives. They want to spend because sometimes they listen to the kids. Okay, I'll take you there. Don't worry. I'll take you there. I will spend the money just to save a head. I mean,
Headaches
they don't want
from that nagging.
Yes, that's nagging. That's the issue. Budgeting, if you want to save your headaches of nagging, then you need to plan ahead. You need to plan ahead. You need to set up kind of amount that's for this kind of activity.
Is it like, because I remember this, a friend of mine, you know, he's teaching his kids, if you guys want something, it will be from your own idea. So try to gather, collect your money, and don't spend it here. So at the end of the year, I can buy you your PlayStation or whatever. I mean, how do you think this strategy with the kids?
It's great. If you are creating accountable kids who can look to the price tag, oh, that's a great thing. Usually the kids, when they want to buy a toy, they don't look to the price tag. You look to the price tag, you get the worry. You need to move that worriness to the kid.
Make the kid see the
if he
price
has
tag.
10 KD, that's he need to the price tag, then he will
start
do the
processing.
calculation.
Okay.
Then he say, oh my God, I will lose 5, then I will have another 5 left for me. Make the kids make the calculation and get the feeling. Don't do the calculation and don't get worried by saying, oh, my son, it's expensive. It's mean nothing to him unless he feel it as expensive. He need to do the calculation. That's when the kid turn to be accountable kid for spending money.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I do with my children most of the time. I know that because I tell them, you get this budget, you can buy 1 toy or you can buy 5. It depends upon you. Go search. And I stay just beside the cashier, and they would search and come to me.
Believe me,
and then they would do
they
calculations.
Will find the alternatives.
Yes.
As long as they have this limitation and they are accountable, and they don't need to be punished. I mean, they need just to understand their behavior, what they did, what they gained, what they lost. They will find a way. They will find solutions.
It is.
So what's the difference between being active in Eid and going broke?
That's a good question.
Being active in Eid, this is what I like. You know, the Eid it's a certain date, well known in advance. I mean, like months and months in advance. Either we should plan for this Eid in our budget. What do you mean by Eid? It's entertainment.
Exactly.
It's entertainment by itself.
Traveling.
The issue is the entertainment technology. Entertainment industry is changing. You showed me the old playground, what we did, I mean, years, 60s, 70s. The entertainment industry is changing a lot. And the change, that type of change causing the change in the cost, in the price, in the way, the behavior, so many things.
Exactly.
You cannot compare kids used to play with a bike with the kids playing with artificial intelligence.
Exactly.
No, it's totally different.
Oh, different.
The VR. This is the new concept now.
That's true.
New concept, and the kids behave now to play with their digital.
Gadgets.
Phones, gadgets and everything. That's very expensive thing. So you need to plan ahead. You need to schedule for your Eid. You need to schedule for how much you're going to pay, as India, and how much you're going to pay for entertainment.
Exactly.
Probably in Kuwait or outside of Kuwait.
Yeah.
My issue is do not compare yourself with others.
Totally.
Do not compare yourself with others.
Exactly.
Keep saving. I mean, it's no harm to say. We have 2 Eids only.
Yes.
Exactly.
You need to save for 2 Eids. Yeah, it's 2 days or 3 days Eid. However, it's really sometimes really impacting a family's budget.
So what Dr. Mohammed Al-Jima is saying, please, don't be materialistic. Don't compare yourself to others. Be realistic, and try to try to analyze your situation. Am I correct, Dr. Mohammed?
So do we need to have a financial consultant, doctor? Because you said we have 2 Eids in a whole year, and we need to plan for those. It means not just the days of Eid, we buy new clothes, we buy new stuff, so we have preparations before. Yes. So it's post and after, that means post Eid and with Eid, and that is the big budget spending, because we do not know how much. If we said Eid, it's not just the days of Eid and how are we taking children to go and have celebrate. This is also the Eid clothes and the food that we are going to spend, having a lunch here and there.
And sometimes people traveling.
Traveling as well. A lot of our families are abroad during the Eid. So do we need to have a consultant to make our own budget, or can we do it just by our own selves?
Honestly, it's not in our culture. But I really advise to have your own personal financial advisor. The financial advisor or financial consultant, probably he will give you the guidelines by looking through your budget, the way you're spending the money, and where do you spend it, or how you allocate your money.
Okay.
The way he would advise you, probably he will give you like a monthly plan or a yearly annual plan that will keep you safe and in a way that you'll be able to live within this period, I mean, respectively. I mean, sometimes you don't want to borrow money.
Yes.
Exactly.
But however, the consultant, the advisor, if he gives you the advice and you mislead or you mispractice the advice, then the advice is useless.
Or Dr. Mohammed, let's say, if you are getting your salary, and you still every month can save some part of that salary, it means you are doing okay.
Usually, let's say 10% you have to save. This is my advice. Keep saving. Keep saving. Whatever you can. Keep saving.
Wherever you can. Yeah.
But the consultant financial advisor, you need not just a consultant, you need a mentor.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes you get a sudden expenditures, like for the health expenditures.
Emergency expenses.
Emergencies. While you don't have any medical insurance, that's a disaster sometimes. Or some of the kids, sorry for that, they sometimes looking for their desires, not necessarily things, but they get one by one till they deplete their account without knowing how they did it. So the financial mentor, not the consultant, the mentor who would follow up with you on a monthly basis on how much you're doing and how you,
so you can
that
assess
would help you to mind shift your behavior with the money. That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant by respecting the money. The money is meant to be for you, to help you, not to misuse it. You don't need to fear the money. You don't need to hate the money. Just respect the money. It will be on your benefit. So the financial mentor rather than financial consultant.
So a mentor instead of a consultant. This is what we need, a mentor in all of our lives, especially if we're going to go and spend those idea everywhere we want. Thank you very much, Dr. Mohammed, for being here and giving us all such information and making us into our budget of time as well.
Absolutely. Great thanks to you, Dr. Mohammed Al-Jimaz, and also great thanks to your advices, definitely. And I hope, everybody heard, clearly what Dr. Mohammed Al-Jimaz has said.
Go have fun in Eid.